Hi, this is a sourdough recipe which is made with black treacle and stout. 5 loaves will be made, so if you do not wish to do 5, you can adjust the recipe. First, we need to mix 200 grams of bread starter, 200 grams of strong bread flour, 200 grams of water. With this process, we are feeding the starter. You can get some bread starter from your local bakery. Just pop in and I'm sure the baker wouldn't mind giving you a small amount. Cover it with cling film and leave it for 6 to 8 hours until it's nice and bubbly. Next step, we are going to incorporate the flour, stout and water. This process is called autolysis. This will improve the flavour and overall quality of our bread. Cover it with cling film and leave it for the same amount of time as you did for the bread starter. 6 hours later, our bread starter is nice and bubbly and active, as you can see. After measuring out the black treacle and salt, add the dough, the bread starter and the black treacle into the mixing bowl. We are not adding the salt in at this point just yet. We mix the dough with the machine for about 10 to 15 minutes. Whilst we mix the dough, we dust some flour into the proving basket. This will prevent the dough from sticking. After 10 minutes of mixing, we add the salt and mix for a further 5 minutes until it's nice and elastic. Place the dough into the oiled bowl and cover it with cling film. Leave the dough for 30 minutes and start the folding process. Fold every 30 minutes for 4 hours, 8 times in total. Continue folding the dough on itself. This process will help with the bread texture. Dust some flour onto the work surface. Shape the dough and cut into 5 equal pieces. Start shaping the bread before we place it into the heavy floured proving basket. We stretch out the edges and pull it back into the middle and roll it into a bread roll. Place each piece into a well-floured proving basket, smooth side down. Cover it with oiled cling film. This step is needed to prevent the dough from sticking to the cling film. Leave the dough for 12 hours. Pull the cling film off. Preheat the oven to 240 degrees Celsius with no fan. Turn the sourdough onto our preheated baking tray. You can use a silicone mat or baking paper underneath. Brush the excess flour off the top. With a sharp knife or blade, score the bread about 5 to 10 mm deep. This will allow the bread to expand more baking. Put a tray of hot water on the bottom of the oven. This will help create steam to help the bread rise easier and make the bread light and crusty. Put the bread into the oven and bake it for 20 minutes. Turn the oven down to 200 degrees and bake it for a further 15 minutes. Check the bread by knocking on the bottom. If it sounds hollow, it means it's done. And there we are. This is our finishing product. The crust is nice and crispy. The black treacle really helped with this. The bread's texture is also light and springy. The flavoured juicy stout is just amazing. Hope you enjoyed the video and I hope many of you will give it a go. It would be nice to also have some feedback. Stay safe and thanks for watching.